This tale is whispered in Hollowbrook, where storms rage and secrets fester. An abandoned studio, once home to the silent sculptor, looms quietly, hiding a chilling curse. Locals mutter warnings, but their words are lost on the wind, just like the souls said to be captured within its walls. Rumors swirl of a sculptor whose art so perfectly mimicked life that some believed his works were ensnared souls. His studio, now a ghost of its former self, draws only the bravest or most foolish. The town's talented artists, once eager students, have long since learned to avert their gaze. One young artist, fiery with ambition and a thirst for answers, defied the warnings. He stepped inside, determined to uncover the studio's mysteries. The air inside was heavy with dust and history, as if time itself hesitated to move forward in this forsaken place. As the sun dipped below the horizon, the artist felt a strange pull, an itch beneath his skin. Sculpting tools lay scattered, waiting for hands to breathe life into inert clay. But with each step the whispers began, a soft symphony of sighs and hushed voices, echoing in the silence. He settled in, ignoring the prickling sensation that crawled down his spine. As he worked, the scraping of clay seemed louder, as if sculpting alongside unseen hands. The whispers grew more coherent, forming ghostly murmurs that resonated with the rhythm of his heartbeat. Time slipped away, hours blending into a timeless abyss where his mind wandered between reality and the surreal. The studio's shadows seemed alive, twisting and contorting like dancers in a forbidden ballet, their movements synchronized with his own increasingly desperate efforts to create. As midnight approached, something peculiar happened. The clay beneath his fingers grew warmer, almost pulsating with life. Goosebumps dotted his skin as he sculpted, feeling as though the material was more than mere earth. It was an extension of something deeper, something longing to escape. The whispers began to tell stories, of artists who came before, of dreams turned to nightmares. He tried to shut them out, but their tales wove into the fabric of his thoughts, each story more desperate than the last. Their voices, both a warning and a plea, urged him to stop. Despite the warnings, his hands moved with a will of their own, compelled by a force beyond his understanding. The whispers intensified, twisting into cries that echoed through the studio, melding with the relentless sound of his frantic sculpting. The studio itself seemed to breathe and watch. Suddenly he paused, the realization sinking in that he was not alone. The sculptures, once lifeless, appeared different. Eyes that once gazed blankly now seemed to follow his every movement. He shivered, feeling the weight of countless gazes, each one pleading silently for release. He stumbled back, heart pounding as he grasped the truth. The legends were real. The sculptor had indeed captured souls, imprisoning them within stone. Each piece was a monument to a trapped artist, forever toiling within their hardened shell, their essence entwined with clay. Desperation clawed at him, but as he turned to flee, he felt an unfamiliar sensation. His skin tingled, tightening painfully. He looked down to see his hands, once flesh, now hardening, fingers curling into the clay they had so skillfully molded. Terror surged through him. Panic rose like bile in his throat as his vision blurred, the edges of the world dissolving into the studio's eternal dusk. His mind screamed, caught in an unending loop of terror, while his body betrayed him, joining the ranks of the stone-bound souls he had pitied. As movement became impossible, his mind flickered with defiance. This wouldn't be his end, he thought. Yet the studio had claimed another, its whispers now soft and welcoming, as though congratulating him on joining their eternal dance. His last conscious thought was of unfinished art. With the studio silent once more, the young artist's final masterpiece stood among the others, vibrant yet unmoving, a heart caught mid-beat, forever sculpted to silent perfection. His essence, a new thread in the tapestry of sorrow that lined the studio's walls, would echo for eternity. The studio, a siren's call to those daring enough to chase perfection, remained as it had for decades, its secrets intact, its whispers eternal. Each new day brought the possibility of another artist, drawn in by the allure of legend, unknowingly walking into their doom. And so the cycle continued, the whispers waiting in the shadows, patient and insidious. Hollowbrook thrived on its artistry, but the price was steep, and few dared to speak of it openly, preferring the comfort of ignorance over the horror of truth. Even as the town carried on, the studio stood sentinel over its secrets, a monument to ambition, hubris, and the eternal struggle for artistic immortality. Each wind that swept through Hollowbrook carried the faintest hint of clay and whispers that would never die. The terrifying revelation was now clear. The studio was not just a place of art, but a prison for souls. The young artist's creation was not his own. It was the studio's final masterpiece, claiming yet another victim to its endless silent song of stone. If you're watching this in the dark, remember, art is eternal, but so are the curses that bind it. Subscribe for more tales that dwell in the shadows. Until next time, sleep with one eye open. More stories are coming, whispering their truths into your dreams.